What's up, guys? Wanted to just catch up with you guys. Probably been a while since I've talked to some of you guys, and some of you probably signed up onto this email list several years ago. I've had this website for a long time. I've had this platform. Well, I just want to tell you just a really quick story about what I'm doing now, if you care at all. I got started in the HVAC business in 1996 when I got married. I went straight to work for my father-in-law, and then worked there for 2 or 3 years. Wound up working for a couple of other companies, and then eventually went out on my own after 12 years. So after 12 years, I went out on my own. Got my mechanical, my master's license. Went out on my own, and the first 5 years were horrific. I did not know what I was doing. Because I was good at my job, I thought that I would be good at running a business, but I wasn't. And so there was a point where I just had this awareness, man, I got to figure this out. So that's when I started my journey. And where my journey began was this book right here called The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. And this is the 10th anniversary. My original copy is in my bedroom. I still have it. And when I read that book the first time, I finished the last page. I literally flipped it over and I started right back at the beginning. It was that good. And it just spoke to me. There were so many principles in here that I was not living by, that I knew my life had to change. And that's why I love principles, because they're like absolute. They're always true. So from this, I read Think and Grow Rich. That was my second book, and that blew my mind. I started learning that, my thoughts are creating my reality, and so I needed to change my thoughts. And I did. And I started using the principles in this book that I learned, and from Napoleon Hill, the lessons I learned from him, in my HVAC business. It's the only thing I could afford. I couldn't afford a mentor. I couldn't afford going to a seminar. We were broke, completely broke. My dad passed away. My wife almost passed away. That's a whole other story. And then my mom passed away in the first 5 years, and I was raised an only child. I have 2 step sisters. And from there, I did what I could and scraped by and was learning little bits of information at a time, until finally I got to the point where I could join a group and try to learn even more. And my first experience with that, it was 50 grand, which was scary to spend. So but I did it. I thought, this is the answer. This is what I need. And it really wasn't. It really wasn't. I got some ideas and stuff. Definitely helped me think even more clearly about my business. But it didn't give me what I felt that I needed. So anyhow, fast forward. Like you guys know, I grew a multi 7-figure business. I exited for 7 figures in my company. In 2022. In 2018, actually, I became a certified high performance coach. I felt like that was the next step. I needed that to help coach my team, to get that mentality, and I had a curriculum. You get a curriculum with the certified high performance coach certification. So I did that, and that was like 5-day training. And I've been coaching ever since. Around that time, or a little bit earlier, is when I built this platform. That is why I have your email address. The Thinkific platform, the HVAC Service Ready. And I started creating courses, and I created courses for my team so that I could quit repeating myself all the time. So that helped me, kind of help streamline my training process with the new people that were joining my company. And I've been coaching ever since. And then recently, I've moved everything to a new platform, and then rebuilt a bunch of curriculum to update it. So I did all that. All my focus has been on that. That's why I'm telling you that. All my focus has been on the HVAC industry and serving the HVAC industry. And you've probably seen the model that I've shared before where I talk about clarity, courage, vision, commitment, influence, persuasion, having a plan. You know, that's the foundation of every business, every great business. Like, you have to have those things. You have to have the determination, the grit, the willpower, the ambition, the drive, the hunger. You have to have that, and the more that's burning inside of you, the deeper the foundation from which the business can grow. And then you have your 4 pillars that sit on top of that, which is perceived value, quality, fair exchange, and convenience. And on top of those is where your price rests, and that supports your business. So you may have seen that. I've shared that before on some past videos. Well, that's why I'm making this video, because the foundation part of it, this is the foundation. This is actually what helped me completely transform the way I thought and the way I started acting. It made me start to realize some of the things that I was doing that I could have changed to make things better in my life. And since then, since I applied these in my life, and I never have stopped, I continue to go back to this. It's because they're absolute. Like, they're never wrong. They're true. In 2022, so it's funny, on my business career, my business journey, in 2022, when I exited my business, I went ahead and got certified in providing experiential trainings, teaching the success principles. So that was there's an online certification, and there was like a middle certification where it was teaching just through Zoom, basically doing it online and in group settings. And then I went to California and got to spend 7 days with Jack and Patty Aubrey. She was the CEO of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. So spent those 7 days with them, where you get to practice teaching these success principles, and they made you speak on stage. So I had to speak on stage teaching one of the success principles to Jack Canfield and some of my peers that were also taking the certification. So that was surreal. And I have so much love and gratitude and respect for Jack. And after I finished my talk, which was probably horrible, by the way, after I finished that talk, and then he critiqued me on it, and he's kind, you know, he didn't like cut me down or anything, but once he was finished talking, I had the mic in my hand, and that was my moment. That was my moment to tell Jack how much I appreciated and loved him for making this book, because it changed my life. And Jack probably doesn't even remember this, because he gets told this all the time. There are so many lives that have been changed when people start applying these principles. So that moment right there that I had on stage, the moment that I got that check after my business sold, the moment that I finished my book, you know, HVAC Millionaire. By the way, grab this book if you haven't yet. It's 25 success principles for getting what you want in life and business. It's worth a read. You'll learn a lot. It'll help you in your HVAC company. So that moment, all these moments in life that we have, I started realizing that we can create these moments. And the success principles helped me create lots of moments in my life, good moments. I'm not saying, like Tony Robbins says, I don't go around saying there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds. No, there's going to be struggle. There's going to be things that aren't fun to go through. That's just life. But if you want to have more moments in life, more of the ones that you want, like financial, wins, happiness, connection with your spouse, with your kids. If you want more of that in life, more health and fitness, if you want whatever it is, like I'm here to tell you, like, there's just not much you can't do. It's just a mindset, and start taking steps towards it. But you have to get clarity. That's the number one thing. You got to get clear about what it is you want. So that brings me here and why I'm making this video. I'm inviting you to come to my first event under a group that I'm starting called The Moment. Moments make legends. That's my tagline. Moments make legends, because I do believe that. I believe that the more moments you can stack in life, you become a legend. So let's stack more moments in life. This is my very first training in this, and it is training that I am certified on, which is an experiential event. We're doing it online on Zoom, teaching some success principles, like the core success principles, to help you get more of what you want in life, to create more moments. And that's happening Saturday. It's probably going to be the only one that I'm doing on a Saturday. I will do several of these before I'll probably finish, somewhere in February. I won't do any more after that because the new year will already be here. But this is the only one that I believe I'm going to be able to do on a Saturday. It starts at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do have to register for the event. I don't have a bunch of email marketing stuff set up. Just put it on your calendar and be there. And I'm going to help you gain clarity. You're going to understand more about yourself, and you're going to get clear about where you want to go and how you're going to get there. Whatever it is that you want more of in life. We're going to cover 7 categories, the 7 primary categories of life. And if there's one thing that I can tell you that helped me shift everything, it's just having clarity, knowing what I want in my relationship. What do I want to do in my free time? What do I want my business to look like, or my career to look like? What do I want my contribution to look like back to society or to the people that I love? What do I want my personal goals, like just my personal goals, my health and fitness goals and my appearance goals, things that I can take steps towards improving, whatever it is I want. So we're going to look at all of these categories. We're going to get very clear about what it is you want to produce for yourself in 2026. And once you do that, you're going to have so much understanding. And here's what I can promise you, because here's what happened to me, and it happens to everybody who goes through this process. Opportunities start showing up. Period. Like, you're going to see opportunities that were probably sitting right in front of you the whole time. You just didn't make yourself aware of them because you wouldn't take the time to just sit down and decide exactly what you want. So this is my invitation. I'm going to put a link in this email. I hope that you will, or I think I'm going to post this video on my new YouTube channel. I'm still going to do HVAC Millionaire. I just posted a bunch of videos today. But my new YouTube channel is just Kelly McKay. And this is where I'm doing my moment content, which is all about living the success principles. So I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the description for anybody who watches on YouTube. But for you guys who have followed me for years, and whether you purchase anything from me or not in the past, none of that matters. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just here to serve you at the highest level. I'm here to help you get clarity. And I'm so excited for this event. I'm having trouble sleeping at night, and I haven't felt this way for many years. But it's because I've got so much stuff on my mind. I can't wait to deliver it and share it, so that maybe, just maybe, it's going to help you take that step forward in your own life. So I hope to see you there. I think my new saying on my video is going to be, this is your moment. So there it is. You just heard it for the first time. This is your moment. Go get it.